Alright guys, welcome back to this final announcement, basically the final leaks if you want to call it that we have here for the upcoming selection pack that will come on a Thursday. Obviously we will be playing that day. I'm very hyped for Blue Eyes, honestly. Other than that, the pack looks a bit disappointing. We have received the leaks with the new XYZ cards, which don't really make a big splash in the meta game. I'm not even sure who the Duke of Demise is. I am not sure what this is. I'm not sure where you are using this in. And then you also have Divine Golden Shadow Dragon Lucian. I don't know. Hopefully they give us some good ultra rares. Hopefully they give us the Lacrima for our Fiendsmith engine. This is what Dkayed said. He said this will be coming soon, so I'm expecting in this pack, but he didn't say something, so we have to see. And then we have the newest leaks, which is Seventh Tachyon, which is a card many of you are wondering, okay, why is this at 2 at the OCG or in the OCG? This card is not relevant right now. Decks like Exorcisters can use it. It's an XYZ card, but will become relevant in the future because this is a good card in a Ryzeal. We are seeing here an OCG Ryzeal list, which Ryzeal will be the next big deck to dominate the game after the whole Snake Eye stuff leaves, which obviously will be soon in Master Duel. But then we will have the Ryzeal deck, and they are playing Bonfire, but unfortunately, as we also have this in Master Duel, Bonfire is at 1 in the OCG, we have it at 2, will probably be at 1 at some point, and we are replacing this with a Seventh Tachyon. So if you're wondering, we are using the Bonfire in this deck to search the base Ryzeal monsters. 2 of them are Pyro, which would be the Ice Ryzeal, one of the best starters, and the X Ryzeal, also a great starter that is already at 1 in the OCG. And the Seventh Tachyon says reveal a number XYZ monster in your Exilate that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Add 1 monster with the same type and or attribute as the revealed monster and a level equal to its rank from your deck to your hand. Then place 1 card from your hand on top of the deck. So we have some cards in here that we are playing just to be basically able to get this to our hand. We have a light here that can grab us the light ones. And are we also playing a fire one, or is this the only one? I guess we are playing these 2 here to be able to grab the different Ryzeal names here. It's basically a starter. The 7th Ascension is also a card that I think can grab us a 7th Tachyon. So this is also, it's basically like a Bonfire, but you have to place a card on top. Something that is happening recently in the OCG, let's see whether we can find a list like this where this will be also really very relevant, is that you can also use your 7th Tachyon to find your Artifact Lancia. And if you're not sure why this is impactful, Artifact Lancia is one of the best cards against a Malice, which would be the other top deck in the TCG right now, but also in the OCG, the Cybers Link deck, which is all about banishing cards. And yeah, we are playing the Lancia. As you can see, we're also playing the Lancia here to fight off other Malice decks, and this is why a 7th Tachyon is a big deal in the future. So if you want to play a Ryzeal in the future, which is a really cool deck, then go ahead and pick up your 7th Tachyons in this pack and don't decraft them. Other than that, if you do not want to go for the Blue Eyes stuff, I would definitely not draw from this pack. Hopefully Blue Eyes will not be that expensive. This is an Ultra, this was sure, or this was to be expected, I guess. Hopefully this gets the animation, but it should. Nothing else would make sense. And then you need one of these, maybe 2. If you want to play 2, you can play 2, but you don't really need to. There are other targets that you can go into with your Spirit Dragon. So for example, we can take a look at the deck list here in the TCG that just over the weekend make a good topping in YCS, and we can see that we have this at 1. Another target for the Spirit Dragon would be the Lightstorm Dragon. We don't have this in Master Duel right now. Maybe we will also get this in this pack, who knows, maybe as a common, which can destroy spells and traps. And then we also have Black Ruse Moonlight Dragon, which can bounce a special summon monster. So we have multiple options to go into with your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, so you don't need multiple of these Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. And then we will have to see which rarity cards like the Maiden of White, which you want to have at 3, and Wishes for Eyes of Blue, which also you definitely want to play at 3, will have. And this will basically decide how expensive this will be. Obviously you also need the Spirit Dragon, which you can't get from the structure deck, unfortunately, so you will need to craft this. It's also an ultra rare, but you need this at least 2 times, I think. And this also might be an ultra rare, but you only need 2 of these. So this could be very expensive. Blue Eyes could also be cheap. Unfortunately, we're not getting the Primite engine. I've made a video about different options that you can use because we don't get the Primite engine right now, and I will also make guides on every one of these versions within the next few days. If you want to check out the video and take a look at what you can play the new Blue Eyes cards with, go check that out in the top right corner. But these are the upcoming leaks here, and doesn't seem to be that exciting, but this honestly honestly was to be expected after the anniversary pack, which obviously was big. By the way, for all the guys commenting, use an ad blocker. I am already using an ad blocker, by the way. So this is after using an ad blocker, which is crazy. This site is just full of ads, unfortunately. And now they are also starting here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta with all the ads. Good for Dkayed, I guess, bad for all of us. But it is what it is. So this is the pack we are getting. Honestly, not too fancy and not too special. If you don't want to go for the Blue Eye stuff, I would say definitely skip this. Maybe craft 1 or 2 Seventh Tachyon, but you can also wait. For example, if we will keep the Bonfire at 2, I'm not quite sure whether you will even want to play this at 2 or 3. Then you might just want to play this at 1. We will have to see. This makes the deck more consistent, but Ryzeal is not that has not the biggest consistency problem, basically, so I'm not quite sure whether we will even need this. For the XYZ stuff, this unfortunately will not be meta relevant, but obviously if you just want to play this as your favorite anime archetype, you can, and we will have to see what else we will get in this pack. I think we will get some surprises in the form of cards like maybe Dominus Purge or Dominus Impulse. Would be cards like this. This is the Purge that basically cancels a search for a card, and the Dominus Impulse cancels the special summon of a card. These are very impactful traps that will also be meta relevant in Master Duel in the future. So I think little cards like this could come. I don't think that this is everything that we will get. Otherwise, this would be a very bad pack. I'm not quite sure whether we even get the 7th Tachyon right now. Maybe this is a hint on, hey, you will get Ryzeal in the future and we want to hit a Bonfire even further. This would make sense because hitting Bonfire would also limit the current top decks, or the current top deck in Snake Eyes, Zamina, Fiendsmith. So this is the pack we are getting, and I am very interested in your opinion. Are you hyped for Blue Eyes? Will you go for Blue Eyes? Obviously, this will become stronger in the future when we get the Primate Engine. The Primate Engine definitely being the strongest version that you can play this with. We can see this in every list that we can skip through here. There is the Primate Engine everywhere. Nowhere is not the Primate Engine with triple Ether Barrel, triple Lordy Load, and then the Drill Beam. This is just insanely strong. So you definitely also want to play this. This is OCG right now, but it is basically everywhere. Dkayed also hinted at the fact that we will get this quite soon, maybe in the next pack, who knows, because the Primate Engine also is from the set that we are currently on in Master Duel Rage of the Abyss, minus the Primate Dragon Ether Barrel. This is a newer card that the TCG has just received, as you can see here, January 23rd. So hopefully we get all of this together when we get the Primate stuff. Otherwise, we won't just use the Lordy Lord and the Drill Beam. They go wonderfully together with normal monsters, so there is your synergy right here. But now let me know in the comments what you think of this upcoming selection pack. I'm definitely hyped for the Blue Eye stuff. We will be playing Blue Eyes the entire day. Unfortunately, don't have enough, or don't have a lot of gems, but I have a lot of crafting points, so I'm definitely going for the Blue Eyes. But we will have to see. You can also play an even more expensive version with the Bingo Machine Go, which is a very good card that can get you your very good starter, Wishes for Eyes of Blue. If you play triple Wishes for Eyes, then the Bingo Machine Go is basically a guaranteed Wishes for Eyes of Blue, because you show your opponent 3 Blue Eyes cards basically, and then you can get 1 at random to your hand, and if you obviously show them 3 times the same, you will just get the card. So there will be cheaper and more expensive versions of Blue Eyes, but everything will be covered here on the channel within the next few days, so stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Also, if you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell, and obviously we see each other in the next one.